Okay. So one second, guys. Sorry, one second. I think somebody has come. 1 second. Okay, guys. Sorry, somebody has come. So now, what is our next things? What are the next topics, or what are the things which we'll be covering? We will be covering some more commands because we will be using some important commands like find command, grep command, awk command, set command, right? T command, exarch command. There are a lot of other commands are there which we need to concentrate. Okay, so what we're going to do now? So we will start our again the next session. What is the next section now? So day 4, session 2, and the timing is 9:52 a.m. IST. Okay. So before we get into any kind of a commands, like I want to explain about something was a pipes actually. Very important. We use these pipes in our day-to-day activity. What is a pipe basically? See, pipes are nothing but we call it as a pipes are circular buffer memory, which is used to used to which is used for communicating between two commands. Like for example, command 1, pipe it to command 2. I'm using a pipe symbol like this. This is a symbol I'm using. If you see where you can find the pipe symbol in your keyboard, guys, you could see that there's an enter button. Above the enter button, there's a pipe symbol. Is there, right? Can you see? That is a pipe symbol. So you have to say shift colon. So to enable the pipe or to type it or print it in your screen, you have to say shift and specify enter that button. You will be able to see that pipe symbol. Now, what the pipe will do basically, like for example, if you're running this command, the output of the first command, that is a command 1, will be given as an input for the second command via the pipe. So, though the output of first command will be given as a input for second command via the pipe. Now, if you understand the diagram, like for example, this is a user space and this is a kernel space. Yes, we know this now. Now I'm executing some command. Like for example, I'm executing command knows a psax, ps-ax. Okay, this is a command. Then I'm using the pipe symbol here, and then I'm using one more command as a less command, like this. So we're having two commands. One is nothing but the psax command, and other is nothing but your less command. And we have in between was a pipe symbol. This is a pipe symbol we are having. Now, when you're literally running this command in your command line, when you're literally running your command, what it happens means in the back end, the first command output. Okay. So whenever you're executing any command, see guys, whenever you're executing command, so for example, if I execute ls command, where the output of the ls command is coming, or where the output is redirecting, the output of the command is actually redirecting it to your standard output or nothing but a terminal or your screen or the monitor. If you remember, we had discussed about something on the data channels. So we have three data channels, right? 0, 1, and 2. 0 stands for standard input, standard input STD in. One is called as standard output, and the 2 is called as a standard error. Means here, your standard input is nothing but your keyboard. Keyboard will act as a standard input. Standard output, your screen or the terminal or the monitor, we call it as a standard output. Same thing even with the error also. Same thing is with your standard error. It means that these are the 3 data channels we say, and there's a value for that 0, 1, and 2. Yes, file descriptor, data channels. Yes, all are same. Correct. Whatever I discussed earlier, file descriptor, it's same only. 0, 0, 1, and 2. So whenever you are seeing any standard input, you say that it is coming from the descriptor 0. Whenever you are seeing any descriptor with 1, it is my standard output. So now, guys, whenever I am running any command or I am executing any command, suppose if I execute a date command or who command or who am I command, you are executing all the commands. The output of the command is actually going to your standard output, which is nothing but the descriptor 1. And where it is getting printed, all this thing, it is getting printed in your screen or the monitor itself. So your monitor will act as a standard output. Suppose while typing, or suppose you have given some wrong command, or else something like this, command not found, right? Or else some other nonsense command like this. There's no command with this name. See, you're getting an error actually. Even that error also is coming to the same screen or the monitor. So whenever there is any error is generated, whenever the shell generates any error, okay, because now what happened, that shell is throwing an error to you saying that this command not found, but that is an error, right? Where that error is coming, that error is also coming to the standard screen or the monitor only, but it in turn uses the file descriptor 2. So it uses the file descriptor 2. These are the 3 data channels which we are using by default users, and these 3 data channels will be there within your part of your shell that we discussed earlier, right? Now, whenever I'm executing, coming back here, whenever I'm executing the PSX command, this output, where it should go? If the PSX command is successfully executed, the output should go to your file descriptor 1 or but FD1, which is nothing but your standard output. Do you agree? But here what happened, right? Instead of you redirect to standard output, nothing but your screen or the monitor or to the file descriptor 1, you are actually giving an output of the PSX command to your pipe symbol. Like this, you are given output. The entire output of your PSX will be given to the pipe. As soon as you gave this input to the pipe, what in the system will do? This pipe is there, no? How it will create means inside in your kernel space. So this is your user space and this is your kernel space. User space and this is your kernel space. Now, literally what will happen that it will create a pipe like this actually. It will create a pipe like this. It will create a pipe. This is what literally it will create like this. So you ask us, sir, Rajesh, this is the memory. This is a buffer memory. Yes, this is a buffer memory. 4096 is the size. It will create a pipe. This we call it as a right end of the pipe. WRITE, right end of the pipe. And what is this called, guys? This will be called as a read end of the pipe. Read end of the pipe. Guys, are you getting any disturbance? The background disturbance?
No, sir.
No, Rajesh. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Because I'm getting some noise. That's the reason. Otherwise, that's fine. If it is not reaching you, that's fine. Good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So now what happened, right? What exactly is happening that when you're executing this command, guys, the output of this PSX command, instead of coming to the standard output or nothing but the file descriptor, it is actually read to the pipe. And this is the pipe which is then the kernel space. When you're using this symbol in the kernel, or inside the kernel, this pipe will get created automatically. So what happened, right? What the PSX will do, instead of throwing to the screen or monitor, it will start writing to the right end of the pipe. When it starts writing the data of the or the PSAX output to the right end of the pipe, all your data will come and reside here in your pipe inside like this. It'll be sitting like this actually, all your data. What are the PSAX output is there now? The output of the command will be there within your pipe. Once it is in the pipe, now what happened, right? Now you are calling second command, which is nothing but the less command. Second command. So here you are executing two commands. PSX is one command. Sorry, less is another command actually. Less, what it does, less has to read the data from the standard input or nothing but your keyboard. So less has to take the input from the keyboard. But here in this case, less is actually not getting input from the keyboard. It is actually getting from the pipe. Right? See now what happened, right? Whenever you have any file, suppose for example, you have a file here, we have a hello.out, right? This is hello.c file is there. You can even run the command less hello.c. See, you can open that file even with the less command also. Right? Similarly, you can open the file with the more command also, more hello.c. Similarly, you can even use a head command also, head hello.c. Head, what will do by default, will print the first 10 line of the file. You can even use the command tail hello.c. It'll display the last 10 lines of the file. You can use any command, less command, more command, head command, tail command to display the file content. But here what happened, right? Less or tail command, head or tail command, right? It will only display the first 10 line of the file. Head will display the starting 10 line of the file. Suppose if there are 100 lines are there in the file, it will only display the first 10 of the file. Similarly, the tail, by default, it will display only the last 10 of the file. Suppose if your file is there are 500 lines are there. If you set tail and specify the file name, it will only display the last 10 lines of the file. It will not display more than that. If you want to display much more, then you have to give a value. For example, here if I do a tail and specify etc password, only the last 10 line of the etc password file is opened, is only displayed. You say, sir, I want 15. Then you have to say tail minus 15. Like this, you have to use. Give the value and then specify the file. Now it will display the last 10 lines of the file. Similarly, when I do a head of etc password file, it will display only the first 10 lines of the file. But you want to display more than that. I want to display 12, sir. You have to say head minus 12 and specify the file name. Now it will display the first 12 lines of file. So guys, I hope you got it right. So always head and tail will always display the line content, but by default it only display the first 10 line of the file when it comes to head command. And for the tail command, it only displays the last 10 lines of the file. If you want more than that, then you have to give the number like this. Clear? Now coming back to your pipes. Now what happened, right? Now this less command, it has to get the input from the keyboard, but you're not giving input from the keyboard, you're giving input from the pipe actually. So what this less command will do, that the PSX command, it will try to write the file inside this pipe, that is using the right end of the pipe, and the less command is going to read the data, whatever is the pipe, from the read end of the pipe. It'll read that. So what you're doing, you are doing the communication between these two different commands using the pipe symbol. And basically pipes are used for filtering outputs. The way you need an output, right? In that way, if you need a certain kind of an output, you can use these filters or not, but the pipes effectively in your command line to arrive or to achieve the kind of output a user requires. So it acts like a filtering actually. It acts like a filtering. Is it clear, guys? It acts like a filtering. So pipes are very much useful. Now you will say that, sir, once this data is read by the desk command, does this pipe exist? No, the pipe will never exist. The pipe will get killed. As soon as the data is read, the complete data is read from the pipe, this pipe will no longer exist in the kernel space. It will get killed. So pipe is basically used for doing an inter-process communication between two commands or two different processes, you have to say. So here this, right? So this is like a pipe symbol. This is how it looks like, right? This is like pipe symbol like this. right? So this corner, you can consider it as a right end of the pipe, like this you have to say. Consider the right end of the pipe, right end. And here you have to say it as a reed end. This is called as a reed end of the pipe. So the output of the PS will be written here into the right hand, and this less command will go read from the read end of the pipe. It's same thing, whatever I'm doing here. These symbols will show like that. This is the right hand, this is the read end, like that. You have to understand in that way. Clear, guys? I hope you don't have any doubts here. Okay, the concept is clear, right? This is how it works actually. Now, pipes are used for filters actually. Now, what you're doing when you're executing the PSX command, when you are executing the PSX command, PSF command, you will see that the whole there are a lot of output is there. You need to usually use a scroll up actually, right? You have a mouse means you can do a scroll up and you see that actually the command output is actually coming from here. But you will say, sir, I want to display the page wise manner, sir. So whenever you want to display the page wise manner, you have to use a less command. So what you'll do, ps-ax, pipe it to less. See, here what happened that it will show the page wise manner. So if you scroll down, see, you will be able to scroll down like this. Scroll up, you'll be able to do the scroll like this. Right? So this is how the pipes we use actually. Pipes are used as a filters. In many occasions, in our upcoming, you will see that I will be executing so many commands where I'll be using pipes or filters a lot, because the way I need a output or the way I need a data, right? I can achieve with the help of a pipes actually. Some simple example, like for example, now whenever you have a file, assume that I will create a file by name file1. I already have a file1. I will try to write something, banana, orange, guava, mango, something, apple, pine. So I have some text inside this file. I'll save this file. Now I can use a cat of file1. It will display. Now you say that, sir, I want to display this content of this file. I want to sort it, sir, actually. I sort it. I want to sort in alphabetical order. You'll say cat of file1, pipe it to sort, and say enter. Can you see that? You're sorting in an alphabetical order. Right? A, B, G, M. You are sorting in an alphabetical order. You want to do a reverse sort. Then you have to say -R. You're reverse sorting. Do that, you're reversely printing it actually. Similarly, if I have a command known as df-h, you could see that you are having this output. Now you'll say that, sir, I'm having first column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column. Fifth column is there, sir. I want to print this fifth column in a reverse order. So what you will do, df-h, pipe it to sort -nk5, fifth column, numeric fifth column, but you have to do a reverse sort. Oh, sorry, reverse. See, R and K5. Can you see now? It has been reverse sorted, right? What is the output is there? It has been reverse sorted. You could see the first column. Here you could see that this is coming at the bottom, but after executing this is coming at the top. Here what happened, right? You are using a pipe symbol here actually. Pipe symbol. So the way the output is read by the user, right? You will use appropriately the what? You'll use appropriately the pipes. So you'll say, sir, I want to only get the first column and the fifth column. Even though I have not come to the awk command, I'll just show you. Like for example, you have a df-h. I'll say df-h, pipe it to awk of, okay, print of $1, $5. First column and the fifth column, I'm just printing. See, you could the first column and the fifth column. But again, what happened, right? I want to sort that in a reverse order. See, I can sort in a reverse order like that. Correct? Sort in a reverse order. So you will say that, sir, after sorting, right, I want to only cut the first column. Oh, you can use the cut symbol. You can use the cut command. Okay. What is it actually? Cut off minus. There's no delimiter actually. There's a delimiter in the space actually. I'll use a delimiter, D as a delimiter, space, and I'll just say first field. What is it? F1. Is it? Yes, like this. First field. No, it's not cutting actually. What is it, guys? Even I've forgotten actually. C for cat. Let me check. Let me see. Uh, oh, God. Cut off the first field, right? I can say C1 means first character will be print. I don't want the first character. I want to print the field actually. So, or else delimiter, I will be using the percentage over there. Then I will be using the F2. No, I'll tell you later. I think I've forgotten something I'm missing here. So that I want to cut the first column is I can cut it for the first column using cut command. Yes, somebody has given answer. RNK5. What is it, sir? Okay. Cut F&C, KN. Okay. I'll check that. I'll check it out. But you can cut it the first field actually. So here what I'm trying to tell that you are actually using these pipe symbols actually a lot actually. So pipes are basically used for filters. So the way you need an output, right, you can filter accordingly and you can get the output. If pipes are effectively being used in a day-to-day activity in a command line, as well as you'll be using everything, even in the inside the script also you'll be using heavily. Okay. So pipes is over. After that, what happened, right? You have something known as a redirection operators. Some people we have even see the sort command also, right? Sort command also see. You have even something unique command. Some people might have come up with unique command. Unique command is basically uniquely print the value. Suppose, for example, here in case of our example, right? We already have that file 1, right? Suppose I'll open the file 1 and I have the one more repeated. I'll have one more apple actually, same word actually, apple. Now, when I'm doing at of file 1, you might see there's a unique value which is already there. Apple, it is repeated twice. If I do a at of unique, pipe it to UNIQ, unique. You could see that it will uniquely print. It will not repeat the same thing. It means that it will not repeat the same word. It is not printing, man. It is just say unique and specify the file 1. APPLE. Why it is not printing? It should omit. It should omit. It should only print the only the one time it should print actually. Why it is not printing? That of file 1 pipe it to UNIQ. It should not display, guys. I don't know why it is. It's strange. Actually. It should not display it actually. This shouldn't get displayed. Only.
Use sort and
Yeah. What?
it will remove that.
Sort.
Sort command. Sort. After that unique.
Okay. Sort of unique. Okay.
No. Pipe symbol.
Huh?
Pipe symbol. After the sort pipe symbol.
Oh, like this sort thing. Okay. But it should work like, right? It should even. Correct.
At that time, it will not work out. After sort, it will remove the duplicates.
Correct. It will remove the duplicates. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So uniquely print the value actually. Okay. Now coming back here, what is a redirection operators? Basically, the redirection operators are used for redirecting the output to a files. Like for example, you have some symbols like for example, greater than, double greater than, less than, double less than. These are some of the redirection operators we have. So double less than, we call it as a here operator. You call it as a here operator. Okay, like here, for example, whenever you are running any command, suppose, for example, I'm executing the ls command. So ls command, you're getting all the files and directories in the present working directory, right? But here what happened, right? I don't want to get the output to the screen. I want to read to a file. So you can just say ls greater than some file name, something I'll use a file name as file1. See, the ls output has not come to the screen. It has read to a file by name file1. So if there is no file, the file with the name, what it do, it will create that file name and the whole output of the ls will be read to the file1. Now, if you do a cat of file1, you could see that actually you will be able to see the ls output. So
Sir, your
here,
voice is not.
yeah, correct. I muted myself. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what I'm doing here, that I'm redirecting the output of one command to a file actually. So here I'm using this redirection operator. Similarly, if I do a date command, I'm from redirect to the same file1. The output of the date command, instead of coming to the screen, you're redirecting to a file. So already there's a file by name file1 exists. So what it will do, that it will try to overwrite the data. Now, if you see cat of file1, you could see that earlier the ls output was there in the file1. Now you will see that the date output is there in the file1. Because when you're doing this, if you're redirecting to the same file, whatever the file1 was there, right, the content was there, it will overwrite it actually. But if you don't want to overwrite it, you have to append at the end, means you have to use a double getter then. So here in this case, now what happened, that this cat of file1 will have a date output. Now I'm executing the who command, but I need to redirect the who output to a file1 only, but this time I will use a double getter then and specify the file1. So now if you do a cat of file1, so now you could see that you are having, already you had the date output. Now you are having a who output. Right? Double getter then will always append the output to a end of the file. Apart from the end, you cannot do append anywhere. Always double greater than will always append the end of the file actually. Okay. Similarly, you have something like less symbol. Less symbol is nothing but your input operator. This is called the input operator. Input operator, something like it takes input. Instead of taking input from the keyboard, right, you're giving input through a file actually. Like for example, there is a command, it's a wc command. There is a command by name wc. Wc command will give you the word count. Now, suppose for example, if I do a wc and I'll say enter. See, it is asking input from user. I'll say, hi, how are you? And then say bye. And then I'll do a control D. See, it will show me that there are 3 lines are there. You are given 3 line inputs. There are 5 words are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there are 19 characters including the spaces. So WC will give a word count. Now you will say that, sir, I want to know the number of lines, number of words, number of characters for the etc password file. So you can do a WC. It is getting input from the etc password file. See, it will show that there are 35 lines are there, for 35 lines, 49 words, and 1009 characters are there, including spaces. Like that it will give. So input means this is an input operator. It means the WC command is getting an actual input from the etc password file. Clear? So now, so you can even do, like if you do a WC-C, you want only the number of lines, number of words, number of characters. You can do like this. It will show number of words, W. Number of lines, -L. So WC is called as a word count actually. Right? So now what happened, right? So that is one thing. Now one more important thing is that whenever you're executing any command, the actual output of the command you are redirecting to a file. So here what happened, that you're just saying ls command output. The ls output, you are actually redirecting it to a file by name file1. So whenever the shell is executing any command successfully, right, you know that shell will return a 0 value. Correct. But whenever you are executing any command, there is no command, there is a command. Suppose, for example, you're executing some command. This is command not found. This is an error actually. But the error is also coming to the screen or the or, or the it is coming to the screen or the monitor. Now you will say that, so I don't want this error also shouldn't come to the screen or the monitor. I need to read it to some error file. So what you can do, that same command, whatever you have this error. So you have to set to greater than and specify the file name. The file name is something like error file. Okay, here using I mean by mistakenly I used semicolon, but I'm just saying that. Like for example, here see. This is a command. There is no command with this name actually. So you are getting some error. See, there is a file by name error_file, error-file. That will get created. That has this output. See, command out form. Whenever you want to redirect any error, you have to always redirect to the 2 greater than symbol. 2 means standard error. Okay. So this is one important thing which we will be using a lot in our script actually. And many times you will see that actually that suppose whenever you are running any command, right? Like for example, you're running any command. Suppose you assume that you are running a very big command. You can even push that command to run in the background by using an ampersand here. So after the command, if you put an ampersand, what happened that this process will running in the background. Start running in the background. Even though it has completed task here, ls has executed task because ls is very fast. It has executed the ls output or it has executed the ls command. But here what happened, you're pushing that ls command to be run in a background by using an ampersand actually. Ampersand means that whatever the command you want to run in a background, you'll do it. Like for example, if I do a yes, hello, this process will continuously running. You know this. When I do a control Z, this process will get stopped. This process will get jobs. When I execute the jobs command, you will see that this process has been stopped actually. Now when I execute psax command and enter, you see that this process, sorry, this hello process having the PID 1414. Now, okay, 1414. Okay, that is fine. Now what I will do that when I execute the jobs command, this says that this process is ID is 1 actually. You can again run in the foreground 1. But if you want to run in the background, you will run a BG1. BG1 means you are running that ID or nothing but the job ID 1 into the background. See, now this process actually running in the background. If I do a control C here, I cannot kill the process because it is when it is running a background, I cannot send a signal to kill the process. It is continuously running it actually. Right? So you don't have a control over that. Now what you have to do that, you have to go to the other terminal, open the one more duplicate terminal, other terminal you go, execute the psax command, understand what is the process. Yeah, 1414. Now you kill the process. Kill -9, 1414. Now you will kill the process. Now you could see that process got killed. Right? The process got killed. Yes, Ram, I'll come to your question. PTS/0 and TT0. Yes. So now, so what Ram is asking, he's asking a question also, what is /dev/PTS0? See, you know very well that if you're executing any command with the name command TTY, it will show you the terminal. This we call it as a pseudo terminal actually. This we call as a pseudo terminal. Pseudo terminals are also a virtual terminal. Pseudo terminals are also a virtual terminals. So sorry, I'm just going out of box. Pseudo is also a virtual terminal. But sometime in a machine where you are physically logging into the machine, you'll get a multiple terminals, right? Text terminals. So there, if you execute the TTY command, you might get the output something like /dev/TTY1. This is also we call the virtual terminal, but we even call it as a text terminal also. By default, Linux operating system provides text terminals and 255 pseudo terminals. So you will be having something like this: /dev tty1, /dev tty2, tty3, tty4, tty5, like that up to tty6. It will provide. These are the text terminals. Once you have a physical server, suppose you have a physical server, right? When you log in it, you will get text terminals. Suppose you are not logging physically to that server, virtually in some location you're sitting and you're logging it, then always what happened that whenever you log in virtual, because what we are doing here, we are having the servers in your AWS account. These are not but the servers. Yeah, these are the VMs. But I'm logging externally, right? I'm not directly logging. I don't have physical access, right? Suppose I go to the data center where this Ubuntu server is running. I can log in. I can get the text terminals there. But since I'm logging from somewhere from the outside, guys, you will always be provided a pseudo terminal. So pseudo terminals / will be always be provided that pseudo terminal like this. /dev/pts0, /dev/pts1, pts2, pts3, like that. You will get up to /dev/pts/255, like that. But you'll say, sir, then what is the difference between, sir, whatever I'm executing here, output I'm getting, it's the same output. Yes, you're getting same output. Both are almost same only. But what happened that you will get this terminal when you're physically log into that server. But whenever you remotely log in, somewhere you're sitting outside, either to SSH or either to telnet you're logging, right? You'll always get a pseudo terminal, guys. You won't get the physical terminal. You know, like in some of your machine, in your laptop, right? You will be having a serial ports. You'll be having a parallel ports, right? Serial ports in your system will be identified as /dev/tty_s0, like this. This is how this will be the serial port terminal. I don't expect you to understand all these things. I'm just telling you, right? You can even go and Google /dev/s/tty0. So they would have given actually somewhere they would have given /dev serial terminal. See, serial terminal or serial console terminal in Linux. So somewhere in the documentation they have got /dev. See, can you see /dev s/tts0s1. See, this is for the serial port. This is for the foreground of the virtual terminal. This is a text terminal, right? And this is PS, somewhere they would have given PS. That is for the pseudo terminal. When you log in somewhere from the outside, right, you will get a pseudo terminal /dev/pts/0 /dev/pts1, pts2, like that. Actually, is it clear, guys? Ram, hope this answer your question. Okay. Yes, it is required. I mean, why we have to know so much? Yeah, it is better to know, because that when you're playing around with your system and you're playing around with your scripting, that maybe sometime you might need all this information also. It might require actually. Okay, now come back here. Where were we, guys? We were then the redirection operator. So less than symbol will take an input redirector. This is the input redirector operator. Input redirect operator. Now the last is a here operator. It is very interesting because in many occasions we have used the here operator. For example, if I'm using the same sort command, okay, if I'm using the sort command and if I use a double less, then it's the here operator. And after that, I need to mention some delimiter word or something like end of file. I'll just make as a EOF, end of file, and enter. Here, what I will do, you will give the some inputs. Same thing, banana, orange, apple, pine, like that. Once you are given input, you should always end the input, giving an input by specifying the same delimiter word. Here I'm using EOF I have to give. You could see that sort has sorted in an alphabetical order. So here what the here operator will do, it will take the entire inputs, what the user want to give, and then the whole input will be given to this sort command, and sort command will display accordingly accordingly it will display the sorted order. So you are giving maximum inputs To enter any command means you have to use a here operator. Here operator. Actually. It's not only that you have to give this name only, EOF. You can give any name, guys. Actually, you can use sort double less than Kiran. I can give, right? Right. After you're giving an input, no, you have to give this delimiter word. So the delimiter here is Kiran. So I have to give the Kiran. It will sort actually. It will sort in a numerical order. Right? You have to use a hyphen in option, right? You have to specify hyphen in option, but that's fine. So here what happened that you're giving all maximum inputs, taking all the inputs and giving that inputs to the command or whatever, then you will get the output. So to achieve this, you have to use a here operator. Here operator is very much useful in our scripting because you will be doing multiple things with the here operators actually. So it is very important that we should understand how this here operator works. Right? So these are, guys, some of your redirection operator which actually. These are the most important. And always we use a 2 greater than or 2 will always use for redirecting the error. Redirecting the error to the error file. Okay, fine, good. Now, okay. So in Linux, actually, like we have something as a, I will not go in very in detail. I'll just go in a very high level. We have something as a package manager. See, you could see that you are having here CentOS you are having, and you are having Ubuntu. Correct? CentOS you are having. This is a CentOS distribution, CentOS operating system, which is nothing which comes as a part of the Red Hat only. And here you have something like a Ubuntu server. Okay, Ubuntu server. Okay, you are having Ubuntu server where it comes under the Debian package actually, or it comes under the Debian distribution. Right? Now, whenever you want to do install any package or something, here we use something known as a yum command actually. Okay, we use a yum command. Yum stands for, so earlier package manager for Red Hat or CentOS or your Fedora. Many other distributions are there which follows this like yum based package manager. Okay. Earlier we used to use something as RPM based. RPM called as a Red Hat package management. Red Hat package management. So we were installing all the things, all the package, everything with the help of an RPMs actually. So later what happened, right? RPM had some issue. It cannot solve all kind of dependencies. Suppose you're having one package, you need to install one package, but that package might be depend, or that RPM might be depend upon several other RPMs also. Then managing only through RPM was a little difficult. Later what happened that you came up with the M packaging actually. So M package. M stands for, what is the M, guys? Yellow dog updater. Okay? Yellow dot updater, or you can call it as a yellow dog modifier. Modifier or modified. This is the full form of your, what is your yum actually. So what are the yum, or what are the package? Let me note it down. So what are the package management tools? So the package management tools are yum. You have recently yum is been replaced with the DNF. Earlier we used to have RPM also. So these are all related for your Red Hat or CentOS or Fedora. For your Ubuntu, you will be using a package manager by name apt actually. Okay. So why we are using these commands? So we are using these commands or these tools for installing the package, for installing, upgrading, deleting, view the package info, and also the package, or to view even the package configurations. So for that's the reason we will be using this commands actually. Whenever you want to install any softwares, right, you will be using this yum command or DNF or RPM command when it comes to the Red Hat, or you want when it comes to Red Hat or your CentOS, you will be using the apt command to install or to upgrade or to delete the package, everything you will be doing it actually. So, okay. Now what happened, right? So we'll be understanding some options, guys, actually. So why we are using yum actually? So yum is the primary package tool, package management tool for Red Hat. Okay. So yum performs the dependency resolution when while installing or when installing or updating or removing the packages. So that's the reason yum is very famous actually. Yum can also manage packages from installed repositories in the system or from .rpm packages. So there is a yum repositories are there, guys. Through that yum repositories only, the yum will go and fetch the package and install it. Or else, if you are having an RPM, you download any RPM, you can directly even install the RPM also using the yum command. Okay. For example, I want to install the tree package. I think on the CentOS machine, I already installed the Nginx package. So if I do an yum install Nginx-y, let me check if I'm installed or not. Okay, you need to be a root user. Yes, I have to use a sudo yum install Nginx-y. So it means that already sudo yum install Nginx-y. That is not there. So let me check if I'm able to do a HTTPD package. I want to install it. So HTTP package is already installed. Let me install some other package, something like a wget-y or just a wget. So you could see that it is trying to fetch from the repositories. So this is nothing but this is the repositories from where it is actually fetching, and then it is resolved. If there is any dependency, it is resolving the dependency, and then it is saying that okay, you want to go ahead with installing. I'll say yes, Y, and enter. So you could see that wget package is getting installed. So through that, you are getting a wget command. So once you get it, assume that you are using some wget command. If I use a wget-v, it will show me the option, or -FN version. It will show me the option. Here what happened? It is not showing me. Okay, it is showing an option. It is a, where is it, guys? 1 second. Yeah, it is showing that it is 1.14 version. Somewhere it is 1.14 version. That is a version it is showing you. Or else suppose you have to do a HTTP is already installed, HTTPD-v. See, it will show you that the patch is 2.4.6 version. This could be the latest version, or this could be some older version. If you want to update the package or update the package, you can just say sudo yum update. Suppose assume that a new package has come, a new update version has come for the Apache. I'll just say sudo yum update httpd. So it checks is there any updated available. So there is no updated available, it will just come out. If there is an updated version which is available in HTTP, right, automatically the yum will also upgrade your package. Whenever you want to uninstall the package, you have to use the yum sudo yum remove and the package name. Suppose I will use the HTTPD as a package. See, you are removing that package. So you have removed the package. HTTPD, it is an Apache service. A wget is a utility where you can download any kind of a software or the file from the internet. So either you can use a wget command to download it, or either you can even use the curl command to download it. HTTP, it is a package which you install it, you will get an Apache server. So whenever you want to install the Apache server in CentOS or Red Hat, I'll always give HTTP package name. Whenever you want to install an Apache in your Ubuntu, you have to install the package by name Apache 2 in your Ubuntu server. So yeah, I will come across with Ram about the curl and wget command. Okay, I'm coming to that. I have not yet come to the wget and curl. Okay, so we saw the upgrade, and also like again you do I'll do one thing. I will just again install it. Sudo yum install HTTPD, and I'll give -y option because I don't want to really go with going with the option saying that always yes or no. So I know that I am installing it. I need to install it, so I will just go with the -y option. So here you are installing the HTTP package. Now to check it, you will use the HTTP -v option. Okay, you got 2.4.6. Now, if you have later tomorrow, you got to know that, okay, sir, I want to upgrade that HTTP package. We'll just use a sudo yum upgrade and specify the HTTP package. It will check in a repository if there's any upgraded already there, right? So what yum will do, yum will start upgrading the package actually. So now the question comes, sir, there is an update is also there, is an upgrade is also there. What is the difference, sir, upgrade and update? So you can either do a yum upgrade and specify the package name. In our case, I'm using HTTPD. You can even use a yum update and HTTPD. The small difference is that actually upgrade, what it will do that it will delete the old package and install the new one. For example, suppose you are having HTTP package 2.2 is there, the version 2.2 is there. Tomorrow what happened, right? You will get the HTTP. There's a new version which has come in now, like 2.4 is there. Now when I'm doing an upgrade, what it will do now, it will remove the HTTP 2.2 version and it will try to install the latest 2.4 version. That's what when you try to do an upgrade, it will happen in the back end. So what do you mean by update? Keep the old package also, so that we can do a rollback. This is a small difference. So when you do a yum update and specify HTTP, assume that HTTP is already having 2.2 version. It will even install 2.4 also, but even it keep it the 2.2 version also keep it because tomorrow if you are downgrading it, you say that, sir, I don't want to do 2.4, sir. I updated it, but I am not achieving. There's some issues there. Let me go back to the 2.2 version. So then you can revert back it actually. So rollback is possible if you are upgrading the package with the help of an update option. If you're doing an upgrade, actually, upgrade doesn't have the rollback because it doesn't keep the older version. It will remove it and it will install the fresh one, or it will install the latest one. This is a very, very small difference between update and upgrade. Right? So like that's why, guys, if you go to the CentOS server, and if you give yum -f option like this, you will get tons and options you will get actually. You could say that yum installed, okay, and then like yum remove, yum update, yum upgrade, right? Even if you want to check if there are any packages, see there are a lot of packages which are installed in your system. Suppose I want to update I want to check the update. So I'll say yum check -update. See, it will check in your system if there are any package which can be upgraded. See, oh, it will show that there are so many packages are there which needs an upgrade actually. So you can even upgrade all the packages actually. Now you can even run a yum history also. If you run a yum history, you could see that, okay, don't have an access to the history, so I have to run a sudo command. So you could see that recently what I did, guys, I installed some packages and everything, right? Yeah. You got a package ID also, right? So, right, you got some IDs also. You got some IDs also. So these are the latest action which you have performed actually, which you have performed recently. So recently what you did actually, you installed it actually. You installed, what did you install, guys? You installed some HTTP package or something, right? Now you can even say yum history undo and specify the ID 7. Oh, you need to be root user, sorry. See, it will try to remove the HTTP package. See, it is removing it actually. See, so when you're trying to do an undo 7 means you are undoing that operation, right? So this also plays a very important thing. So always you want to do a yum history, it will show all the activity, whatever you're using yum, right? It will show it actually, and with the ID. And if you want to do undo, you can specify that ID also. Now, guys, whenever you're installing the yum package, yum is not, it's a utility, it's a front end, but the back end, everything is an RPM only. So in your system, all your packages are not RPM only. If you want to check how many RPMs are there in your system or what are the RPMs, you can run an RPM command, RPM and QA, query and say all. See, enter. See, it will show you all this RPM. How many are there? RPM-QA, pipette2, WC-L, word count. See, it will show that there are 314 RPMs are there in your system. Correct. Now you will say that, sir, I just now installed the HTTPD, or else let me install again the HTTPD. I'm sorry, I'll install again. Sudo yum install HTTPD, then -y. So install the HTTP package now. So you want to what is that option, man? I've forgotten. Yeah. So if I do a RPM-QA, pipette2 grep-i HTTPD, see, it will show you that there are HTTP packages are there. See, there are HTTP packages are there. Right. Suppose you want to get the information about the HTTP package. I can use a RPM-QI, query the information, give this complete package name like this, and say enter. See, it'll give the information about that package. What is the name of the package? What is the version? What the package does actually, everything. So some information you will get through this with the help of a Q means query, I means information. Suppose this HTTP package is installing, right? While installing, you know that it will create so many configuration files under the etc. You want to check what are the configuration files. So I can use the RPM-Q query and C means configuration file and specify this package name. Enter. See, well, after installing HTTP, it say that you will get all these configuration files. Correct, guys? So now what happened, right? All the RPMs in your CentOS or in Red Hat, everything will be RPM, or then it will be installed actually. Correct. I don't think so that you have a C shell.
That is RPM will be same for CentOS or Ubuntu.
No, in Ubuntu you have a .debian package. .debian. Here you have a .rpm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a small difference. So always for your Red Hat or for your CentOS or for anything, right? These are not but RPM based actually. These are RPM based. So all the packages ends with .rpm extension. Similarly, for the Ubuntu, all the packages will end with .db, Debian package, or .dpkg. Okay, fine, guys. Good.
And one more doubt. Actually, once my manager told me to install the Nginx particular version. So he did not mention the latest version. So how could I achieve this for particular version?
You have to go and you have to download the repositories. It means that you have to download the source. You have to download source, or else you have to check whether in your repository whether you are having that older version. Like latest version is 2.4. Suppose you're looking for 1.8, 1. Might not be there at all in your YAML repositories. Then what happened that you have to go to the net and you have to just search actually. Right?
Can you show here?
Packages. So HTTP 2.2 package download for CentOS 7. Like this, you have to search. So you will get in some location, you will get the source, or either you can go and you can download the source. This is the source actually. I don't need this source, or either I need to go and I have to. They would have given 2.2. They would have given how you have to go and install it actually. So first you have to go, if you are in RHL 7, you have to install this repo actually. This is a repo, you have to install it.
Okay.
Once you install this repo, and then what happened, you need to run this command. Okay. And afterwards you have to, once you install the repo, once you enable it actually, you enable this RMI, and then you install the HTTPD, right? You will get that particular version, 2.2 version HTTP you'll get. You might get some articles like this, or else sometime what happened that you have to download an RPM only for that. Like HTTPD 2.2 RPM download. You have to download that package. So you have to go to this archive like this. See, HTTPD 2.2 RPM. Clear, guys? Here what happened, right? You have to right click here and you have to copy the link address. You have to copy the link address, go to your server, here, wget command here, and then give the complete archive, then enter. Here you could see that you are downloading that RPM. Here, you have downloaded the RPM. Now you have to install the RPM. Since already HTTP package is installed, maybe I don't know whether it will install or, but still we'll check. So yum sudo yum remove HTTPD -y. I'm removing the existing 2.4 package. So 2.4 version, I'm removing it. Either okay, guys. So I have removed it actually. I have removed the latest version, but now I downloaded this. How I downloaded this? By using a wget command. I downloaded this. See, by using wget command. How I downloaded? I went to the net. I tried to Google it out and I tried to find that RPM only. So I did a download of that RPM by using a wget command actually. Now after download, you'll get this file. Now you have to say RPM-IVH. Install, V means verbose, H means hasher. Give this RPM name. So we'll see whether it will install or not. So it will not install because there are a lot of dependencies are there. This is the problem with the RPM. So you need to even download this RPM, but this is a kind of a libraries where it is looking for. You need to resolve all these dependencies. So appropriately, whatever HTTP 2.2 is required, right? The dependent RPM also you need to download it actually. So you have to go and you have to just say HTTP RPM plus dependencies. You will find some articles where they will give you what are the dependencies also. That also you need to download it actually. You have to download, you have to install it actually. So you have to search, you have to do Google, you have to do some research, sir. And then like you will get all those RPMs, download all those RPM one by one and install it, sir. It will work actually. So similarly, now the latest upgraded version, what we have got apart from the YAML is a DNF actually. DNF is a latest thing. It is just an enhancement of the YAML actually. Still in many organizations, people are using M only, but now people have started using the DNF because the latest Red Hat, right? Whatever getting Red Hat 7 or Red Hat, everything it supports for the DNF actually. So DNF also supports both in CentOS as well as Red Hat, even in your even in your Fedora also, right? So if I do a sudo DNF list available, or DNS is not there, so you have to install the DNF. Yeah, DNF installed. So when you run this command sudo DNF list available, so it will show you all the repos which are available actually. So whenever you want to install any kind of see, these are all the packages which are there actually. So listing out all the packages, right? Now, whenever you want to install any package using DNF, you use the sudo DNF install. Suppose that I want to install the tree package. I'll say tree package. Okay? You can install the tree package like this. Whenever you want to remove it, you have to say sudo DNF remove and specify the package name and -y. See, we can remove the package. Whenever you want to get any information about the package, you have to set sudo DNF. What is it, guys? Info and specify the package name, HTTPD package name. See, you'll get the information about the HTTP package. Whenever you want to search for that particular package, you have to say sudo DNF. What is it? Search and specify the package name. What is the package name? Tree is the package name. Something. See, it will show you. See, it will show you where are the package where the word string tree is coming from. See, you might see even dependent mav and dependent tree. This is not the package. So I'm looking for a particular tree package only. Like that, you'll this is the what I needed, man. Right? Like that. Whenever I want to search for the package. Yes, correct. DNF also works using rep only. Correct, sir. It works. It uses the rep only, sir. Correct. DNF is just an enhancement to your this one M packaging. So so DNF also same thing. It works as nothing, no difference.
There is no difference, right, Rajesh? DNF.
What, sir?
There is no difference. AM install and DNF.
No, sir. No difference, sir. Same. It is using same repo, sir. So already you have a conf shell, right? I think conf shell is there. So DNF info KSH already this installed. So see, I'm just getting the information of the con package like that. So let me download the C shell so that we'll install through RPM. C shell RPM download, because C shell doesn't have any dependency. So you can go to this archive. So there you can find out where is the C shell. This is a turbo C shell. I can even go ahead with a turbo C shell also. But so I'll go to the turbo C shell. This is for Fedora, CentOS 7, CentOS 8, CentOS 1. So this is the TCS shell or the turbo C shell. I can do a click on it. I do a copy link. Come here. Do a wget. So you downloaded that RPM, TCS RPM. Then I can install it actually. How to do it? RPM IVH and then specify the TCH. Can't create, look for the RPM lock. Okay, there is some lock has happened actually. That's the reason I'm not able to do. Or else you have to use sudo command. Sorry. Yeah, now it is getting installed actually. So like this, you can download the RPM and you can install with the help of a RPM command with a -IVH option. I means install, V means verbose, H means hashes. What are you getting this hash symbol, right? This you are getting because of this H actually. So same thing guys for your apt actually. I will not execute it. I'll just write it here. Apt, you have to search a sudo apt update. and then you have to say sudo apt install and specify the package name. Sudo apt remove and specify the package name. Now, sometime what happened that some dependency will be not be removed if you are removing it. Even you want to remove the dependency, you have to say sudo apt auto remove. So what it will do that it will to remove the dependencies. Whenever you want to update, sudo apt update. Whenever you want to search for some particular package, you have to say sudo apt cache search. And suppose you want to search for the Apache, you can do Apache like this. So these are some of the used, some of the options or the commands used in for your Debian or for the Ubuntu. Clear, guys? So you can try out at your home with all these options. Okay. Now, so we have covered something on package manager. Fine. We redirection operator is something fine. Good. What else is there now? Very important. Now, let us try to understand very important things, which is not but the set and awk commands. Very important. Okay. Set and awk. I will not go through completely. I will explain you some most used options which we'll be using later tomorrow. Not today. Tomorrow tomorrow in sense like the next class, like maybe on Tuesday, I'll be taking a awk scripting, right? In that awk scripting, there I will be explaining out many other options. Plus, I will be showing everything in the script also, so that it will be very useful for you to learn. Okay. So what we are going to do now, we are going to only understand the basic understanding about what set and awk does with some few options. We will not be covering everything, guys. Clear? We will not be covering everything. Now, what is set? Basically, set command is nothing but it is a stream editor. It's a stream editor. So now, where we are using this set command, basically set command is basically used for doing some kind of file processing. Suppose you have a file, something like you have a file. The name of the file is file1. It has many strings are there, or there are many lines are there. There are many lines in the file. Okay. Suppose you want to change some particular word. Like for example, in your file, that is file1, you will see there are many content, there are many lines are there where it has a word known as a cat actually. Just assume that. Now you will say that, sir, I want to change all that cat to dog, sir. How I can do everything that is short. Assume that there are 100 lines are there in a file, that is file1. In the out of 100 lines, 50 lines are having the word cat. You'll say that, sir, I want to replace the whole cat, wherever the cat comes, right? I want to replace the dog. How I can do? I can achieve with the help of a set command. So the basic understanding about the set command is to replace a string or replace a word. That's what you have to understand. That is a very, very basic understanding about set command is that to replace a string or a word in a file. Clear, guys? That is a very, it doesn't stop it there itself. It doesn't mean that only it is used for only replacing words. No, there are many other operations you can do through set. But the very basic understanding, you have to understand the very beginning that it replaces the string. Like as I gave an example of from cat to dog, right? You can replace a string. That is a very basic thing. Now, apart from what are the other things the set can do? Set can even delete the line also. Suppose you are having 100 lines in a file, and you said, sir, I want to delete line number from 1 to 15 line. The first 15 lines I want to delete. Yes, you can use the set command to delete the line. You said that, sir, I have a file, sir, which is having some 10 lines. I want to replace the lines. It means that first line should go to the last line. Should go to last line. first line should go to first line should go to last line. It means it should be replaced in the last line. And the last line should come in the first line. Something like that, first line. So you can use the set command. See, whatever the operation which you can do onto the file, right? Like file processing, we say, you can achieve everything with the help of a set command. So this is a very, very basic idea about the set command, guys. So it is always, you have to say, set with stream editor, it always used for any kind of a file processing. Whatever you want to do some operation onto the file, deleting a line, inserting a text inside a line, inside the file, right? Replacing that file, right? Replacing a particular word. You can do all this operation with the help of a set command. SED, set command. And set command, how you'll get it? Already an RPM is there, or already a package installed, set package installed. So hence what happened? You will get a command by name set command. So now, for example, assume that, like in a very simple way, I will explain you. Like for example, here, I'll just say echo day is there. It will print, but you have to say, sir, day I want to print it as a night, sir. How we can do? Echo day, pipe it to set of search for the day, replace with the night, NIGST, and then enter. Can you see? Now you are getting output of the night. Right? This is a very simple one. Similar, one more thing, echo something, Sunday, pipe it to set the search for the day. So within that Sunday, it search for the day string, day is there. What to do? Replace with the night, sir. See? You're replacing the day with the night, sun, night, like that you are getting. Correct? Now, for example, you are having some file, like I'm having a file, a file name is file only ABC, I'm having something, assume that. The file content of the file is ABC. Now you will say that, sir, I want to display such a way that it should actually have a open bracket, ABC, and the close bracket, circular bracket, like that. How to do that? Search for whatever the content, like from A to Z. R means everything. Slash. Replace with your the same content. You have to use and specify the file name. See, you added that bracket here. Or else you can even do like this. If I'm not wrong, set the search. You have an ABC. Replace with that bracket with the ABC. I mean, yeah, this also works actually. Specify the file name. Yeah, this also works. Okay. Now, as I said earlier, like you will have a file. You will have a file where you have a occurrence of lot of a particular word. Like for example, I said like you have a file where you will have a cat being displayed many places actually. Suppose I have a file. Let me create one file, like something like my file, something. So you have a word as a cat, rat, mat, pat, tat, rat, mat, cat, rat, or pat. Again, you have a cat, goat, something, elephant, right? So let me one thing. Let me copy it. So 3YY Yankee, and that's a P paste, copy. So you could see that almost every line I'm having the word cat, right? So I'll say this file. Now you will say that, sir, I want to replace that cat to dog, right? So what I will do, I will use a set command. Hyphen E means expression. You have to use always with a single quote open. Okay. Search for cat, replace with the dog, and specify the file name. The file name is my. Can you see that all the cat has been replaced to a dog? Cat, cat. But here, the first cat has replaced to the dog, but whereas the second cat has not replaced to the dog. It means that you say that, sir, I want to replace everything, sir. So then you have to use globally. G means globally. See, globally search for everywhere, replace everything from cat to dog. So G stands for global.
Hello,
Yes, madam.
sir, your voice is okay, it's fine now.
Now it's fine. Okay. Hold second.
Rajesh, what do you mean by minus E?
Minus E means expression.
Sir, we need to give S as a search option always.
Yeah. S means search. Yes.
Okay. Is there any other option also like we can use with?
Yes, yes, we'll come across. Don't worry. Yes. This is a very basic thing I'm explaining you, but later what happened, I'll be explaining many other things. Now here,
Okay.
I go to this file, my file. My file. I'll make this as an uppercase. Capital C, capital C, capital A, capital T, like this. Let's see whether this will replace the cat or dog to the dog. So I'll use the same command like this. So that it will not replace that cat, uppercase cat to dog because it's a case sensitive. It's a case sensitive, right? You want to still replace any kind of it might be uppercase or lowercase. They can use something. Some people used to do early like this actually. Anything it could be, replace any kind of a pattern, cat to dog. So it will replace them. Or else, I think can use remove this. Let it be lowercase only. Okay. Instead, use the I option. Case insensitive. See, now what it will replace. So I need not to do this way. I can better use I only because it could be uppercase or lowercase, whatever might be. Okay. Just replace that cat to dog actually. Now, for example, if you are having the file, if you open the file, let me change it. Now you could see that here what happened, right? You are having this cat, but it is not cat actually, it is a catalog actually. So there's a word by name catalog, but that word catalog has a word cat actually. So let me save this file and let me run the command again. Okay, I can use I option, or if you don't mind, I can remove it. That's fine. So when I run this command, you could see that all the cats have been replaced with the dog, but you could see that even this catalog has been replaced to dogalog, right? But you don't want that to be changed because this cat is not single. It is having a word. The word is having the string cat. Hence, it is replacing it actually. So here what happened, that only the word cat has to be replaced with the dog, not everything, right? Here, catalog shouldn't be replaced, right? So in that case, what you will do? So very simple. You have to use set command with the hyphen E option. What is it, sir? Search for only the word cat. Replace to the dog globally and specify the file name. See, now the word catalog has not been replaced. So here you're giving a range only. You're only specifying that only the cat has to be checked. Okay. Okay. Now that's fine. Now let me go back here. Now let me open the file, my file. I'll remove all these lines. I'll have some words. Hi, how are you? Something. By something. Good night. So I have this file. This is having some 4 or 5 lines of code. 4 or 5 lines content it has. 4 lines it has actually. Right. Now you will say that, sir, I want to print the first line. Or I want to print the first line. Or else assume that first I will not do the print actually. First I want to delete the first line of the file. So I'll use the set 1D, delete the line, first line from the file, my file. Can you see here? It is deleted the first line. But here, guys, what happened, right? When you're running any set command, right? Set will not do any changes to original file. It will only show the output actually. So when I do a cat of file 1, my file, you could see that still it has its first line. It is not deleted. So what happened whenever you are trying to run a set command, always it will try to what? It will try to do the, it will try to display the output only. It will not do any changes to original file. It's not only with the set command, even with the awk command, even with the many other command, grep command, sort command, everything. It will never do changes to original file. It only show the output. If you need the output, right, you can read it to some file name, or else you can use a -o option to read it to the file, or else you can even use a hyphen I thing. I think -n option to read or try to do changes to the existing file. So for that reason, you'll use a -n option. Okay, maybe let me check. So if I use a -n option, I'm not sure whether the -n option is there or not. Yes. Now if you do a cat of my file, now okay, it is not -n option. Some option is there, guys, or -o output file and specify the file name. I've forgotten it actually, but there is an option is there, -i or -n option is there. It'll affect it. Also, it will do the changes to original file. But as of now, what I'll do that I will not go with this. You'll only see that actually it is only showing the output of that command. So here I'm deleting the first line. Suppose you say, sir, I want to delete the first 2 lines. You can do the same thing. I can do a 1, 2D. Delete the first 2 lines of the file. You could see that it is showing you bye and good night. Those 2 lines only it is showing you. So here dollar means last line. So you have some. So here what happened? There are 4 lines are there. You don't know there's a 4th and 5th line, but you are saying that, sir, I want to delete the last line of the file. So you can just say set the $D. Dollar means delete. Dollar means last. Delete the last line from the file, my file. So you could see that the last line has been removed from the file. Is it clear? So this is how you delete the line actually. As I said, it doesn't do any change to original file. It will only show the output actually. Yes, many times we will be using only the output. We don't need any change to original file at all. While doing kind of a file processing, you only need the output. You don't want to do changes to original file. So in that cases, many places you will be using this commands effectively, right? Okay. Now, apart from this, suppose assume that actually you want to print the lines actually. You want to print a line numbers. Yes, case sensitive. Yes, correct. Yes, Lawrence sir. Like whatever you're using the VATR, no, same thing. Yes. In the VATR also, you can open a file and you can use a %s, right? And then like replace from one word to other word. Same thing you can achieve in the command line with the help of a set command. Okay. Now, Fine. Now, suppose assume that I want to print the first line of the file. So if you see the file, my file, there are having lines. Suppose you say that, sir, I want to print the first line. You will just say 1p and specify the file name. You could see that it is displaying everything as well as it is displaying the first line one more time. Now assume that if I'm not giving anything, see, I'm blank, I'm not giving anything, enter. See, it is acting like a cat command only, right? So if you're not giving any options, it is displaying the whole content of the file. In that, what I'm doing that, I want to print the first line one more time. I'll just say 1p. If you're giving 2p, you could see that the second line will be printed one more time. You want to print the last line one more time, you can do $p. Dollar means here, in case of set, it is last line. Print the last line one more time. Where we use this option, why we are using print? Because what is, you might ask the question, sir, what is an advantage of, because anyway it is printing, why I want to print it one more time? Yes, there's a need, there's a requirement is there where you need to have that string one more time to be printed. So I will be showing in one of the very classical script where you will be using this P option in that script actually, so that you will understand like why I'm using that P option. Right now, what happened? You will say, sir, I don't want to use P, sir. I want to quietly print the first line only. I have to print, sir, in the file. So you'll just use a set 1q. Quietly print the first line from the file, my file. See, only the first line will be printed. Sir, I want to print the first two lines, sir. You do 2q. Just quietly print the first line. You say, sir, I want to print the whole content, sir. Quietly print. You use $. All the content of the file is printed. Right? Suppose you are having a my file. Suppose assume that you are having a space in between here. You are having a lot of lines are there, right? See, there are a lot of spaces are there in between these 4 lines. You want to remove all those spaces actually. So how do you do it? See, when you do a set of like this, it will print everything with the space also, right? Now you'll say, sir, I want to remove all the space. You have to say set, open the bracket, cap means begin. Begin with what? Nothing. $. Means in with what? Nothing. So you are searching for a blank space only. Begin with what? Nothing. $. Means end with what? Nothing. Delete. D means delete everything from the file, my file. See, you are removing all your blank spaces. Right? Suppose you want to, so in our case, when I go to the my file, in our case, okay, let me remove the blank space again. I'll say this file. Now assume that you want to display the line number. So what you'll do, just set the equals to my file. That's the file name. Type it to set of numbering, line numbering. Enter. See, it will show you the line number. But here, what happened? It is not showing it properly. You have to show in a tabular manner. So it is, you need to do a line number adjustment, right? Something. Same command you use. Set is equal to file name. Pipe it to. You will use the single quote, and here you will say that what is it, guys? Semicolon search for your new line. Replace with the tab. Can you see now? It is showing properly. So you are printing with the numbering as well as you are searching where is the new line. Oh, here is a new line. Replace with the tab. Okay, this high will come here. Again, it will go to 2. Oh, there is a new space, new line there. Yes, replace the tab. Okay, it will come. So like this, in the proper manner or in the proper order, it will be printed actually. Clear, guys? Okay, I think this is somewhat okay. Okay, we will cover a lot of advanced things in our upcoming sessions or in the next sessions. Next session is in the weekdays, right? We will be covering the set advanced things, plus we will be even showcasing the scripting also. Okay. Okay, guys. So what is the next thing? What we'll be covering? The next thing is that what we will be covering about the awk command. What is it? We will be covering about the awk command. Very important, actually. Very, very important, because we will be using this awk command or set command. Everything, every day we will be using this command heavily in our day-to-day activity. Hold a second, guys. I'm just getting one call. Yeah, sorry, guys. So I'll be using the awk command actually. Awk is very important actually. Okay. Awk was actually derived by 3 people. So the 3 people name were Alfred Aho, Peter Weinbergen, and Brain Kernighan. These are the 3 people. Alfred Aho, Peter Weinberger, I will say, and the last person name is Brain Kernighan. If you see it carefully, the surname side A, W, and K, this they form together and they call it as awk actually. This is how they came. What is the usage of this awk command? Very important, guys. Awk command is usually the basic idea, or the idea behind using awk command is to extract the column. You will know that in many places what happened that when you execute any command or when you open any file, you will find a lot of columns in the file actually. Like for example, here in case of if you are executing any commands, like for example, if I'm executing the ls-l command, you will see so many columns you are getting. Or if you're executing a df-h command, so many columns you're getting. Even to some extent, if you're executing the fdisk-l command, you know that I'm getting so many columns actually. I'm using so many columns I'm getting actually. So now the point is that, sir, somehow I want to extract the columns. Or else you will see that in most of the CSV file, right? CSV files are same as what we have the Excels, right? The Excel files where you will have a lot of columns. Rows and columns are there. Similarly, what happened that you will have a rows and columns in the format of CSV, where every column will be will be separated with the comma actually. So CSV, what is the full form of CSV? Comma specified something is there, comma CSV. I think I forgot on the full form. Comma separated something is there. Comma separated values, I think. So CSV is the comma separated values. So CSV files are there where you will find a lot of rows and columns actually. There, what happened that you will say that, sir, I want to extract some columns, sir. I want to extract the first column. I want to extract the 5th column, sir. like that. So you will get that requirement. Then in that case, guys, you have to use the awk command. Awk is very important. You can extract the particular columns only. Like for example, let me come up with some file actually. Okay, I will come up with a file. Let me create a new file. I'm something like data file, something. Okay, ID, name, salary, and something like I mean, country, something. ID number 1, Ravi. Salary is 25,000. Okay, and the country is India, something. Okay, John, something. Salary is what is the salary, guys? 45,000. Huh? Yeah, and he is staying in Belgrade. Actually, Belgrade is the capital of Serbia country, right? Belgrade. So third is nothing but your uh, uh, something. Amar. Okay, he will get the 55,000 salary, and he is in Germany. Fourth is nothing but your Hina. Hina, her salary is what is it? 35,000 something. 35,000, and she's staying in India. She's working in India. So these are some columns you have, right? ID, name, salary, and the country. Yes, good. And I'll save this file. Now, so this is the file you are having, guys. Now, suppose assume that actually I want to display the second column. I want to display second. So here name Ravi, John, Amar, Hina, right? I want to display this second column. How to display it? I will use the awk command. Okay. Always have to use the awk command. And then guys, you have to open with the quote, single quote, open the flower bracket, close the flower bracket. Okay. This is the syntax you have to do. And then close the quote and then specify the file name. This is a normal syntax always I use. But in between I have to use something else here. Within the bracket, I have to use print. And which is the column? Second column, I have to use $2. And enter. You see here, the second column has been printed. So you say, sir, I want to print the second column as well as I want to print the fourth column. No problem. You have to use the comma $4. Fourth column. So you're printing the second column as well as the fourth column also. You want much more spaces in between. You can even use a tab also like this. :/t. Tab like this. See, tab. It will give you more spaces than the two columns, right? This way you can print the two columns. This is a very basic idea, guys. This is a very basic idea behind using awk is that to extract the columns. So here also you could see that actually it is only showing the output. It doesn't mean that it is doing any changes to original file. No, it always does an output. It always shows the output of it, right? So let me copy these lines and paste over here. Right? Okay, good. Now, okay. Stop. Now assume that I have some file names, or I'll have that my file. Okay, I will add some name here quickly. Ravi, Rajesh. Who else are there in our group? Kiran, Girish, Vaibhav. Who else is there, guys? Lawrence. There are many people are in our group, right? Lawrence. Right? So there are multiple lines are there. Now you are saying that, sir, I want to give a line number for each and every line. Like this. I want to give a line number. How you are going to give a line number, guys? You have to use the awk command. Then you have to open the code. First, open, close the bracket, then close. This is the text and specify the file name is my file. Yes. But after that, what you have to do that you have to use a print NR. NR will give you the line number, and you have to use, since you have to, so if you run it, you will see that it will give the line number. But here you are missing the string actually. The string is not but the names, right? In what is there in the right, that is a string actually. Here what happened that you have to give a $0. So now you could see that actually it is giving you the line number also. Right? But you want to give one single line actually, or one single space, you can use some comma here. If you give one comma, it will be that you are giving one single space actually like this. It doesn't mean that I give 2 comma, it will work 2 space. No, if you give 2 commas, it will be a syntax error. Don't do like that. Only a single comma only will work, and that it will be only one single comma will mean it will be for only one space actually. Suppose you say that, sir, I want to give it, but I want to even give something like a colon actually. No problem. What you can do that, you can give like this. Okay. Now this looks somewhat okay actually. Right? Or else I can remove this space actually, this comma, and then like, yeah, now it works fine. Correct. So guys, hope you're understanding whatever I'm doing now. NR means number of lines. It will give the line numbers. We can do much more complex things, guys. Yes, we can do much more complex things. Like, for example, you can have a CSV file actually. You can have a CSV file. If I want to write a CSV file, I mean, it will take some time, but okay, that's fine. I'll write some file. I'll be using something like something country.txt file. Okay. So I'll use something like ID, first name, comma, last name, comma, email ID, comma, email ID, email, comma, what is it, sir? Profession, something. This is what your and the country name like this. So what is an ID? ID is something like 100. What's the first name? Rajesh. Second name, Singh. What's the email ID? Email ID is something like mail Rajesh Asari at gmail.com. Comma. What else you have? Profession. DevOps engineer. Country, India. See? Again, same thing. 101. Okay. Lawrence. Okay. Last name. I mean, first name Lawrence. Second, what is the second name? Whatever. I mean, I can use any name. I don't know the surnames actually. I mean, I'm just taking, so don't worry. I'm just saying Lawrence Jacob is a last name actually. Email ID Lawrence @outlook.com something. He is into the cloud actually. He's a cloud ops actually. He's a cloud ops engineer, and he's staying in Dubai something. So you are creating a CSV record like this. Similarly, like 1 or 2, comma. For every you are actually delimiting everything with a comma, because here comma is required. Right? Like that. So you could have a big file like this actually. Yeah, sorry, Tiviraj. Yeah, I understand, but yeah. So now you could have a big file like this actually. Okay, so let me do one thing, guys. Let me have the same thing, but I will try to copy 2 lines. I will try to copy these 2 lines. Two lines. copying it. I'll paste it like this. So, to make it more quicker. So 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, something. 106 and 107. Right. Let the names might be changed here. I will try to change the country name actually. Dubai, India, Dubai, UAE, or whatever it might be. Singapore or Muscat. So Tokyo. I'm just changing. This is the record actually. Mauritius or Bali, whatever. Again, this will be Dubai or this will be in India. This will be a Singapore, something, or London, whatever. So this is a kind of a CSV file I have actually. This is a kind of a CSV file I have. So content.txt has, this is the content. I have this content. Now the thing is that you will say, sir, I want to extract the fourth column. The fourth column is the ID is the first column, second column is the first name, third column is the last name, and the fourth column is the email. I want to just display the email IDs actually. So what you will do, because here columns are separated with the comma actually, you have to tell to the awk that here the comma is an interfield separator. So how you will do, the awk hyphen capital F, you have to say that it is a comma over here, and then like print $4 and specify the file name, country.txt. See, only the email IDs will get displayed actually. Alright, guys. Now, one more important thing that here, in case of your, I have a file by name data file. Here, you know that you are having so many columns are there, right? And you can use a kind of an if condition within your, within your awk also. You can use a if condition. Hyphen F means field separator. So here, what happened? The interfield separator is comma, because commas are the interfield separator. Okay, now what happened, right? You will say, sir, I want to use some kind of a condition statement actually. See, if you see the data, you could see that actually that there are some salaries are there where the people are getting 45,055. So it is above 40,000. So let me display all those data where the salary is more than 40,000, something like that. So how you do that? I'll just say awk, open the bracket. Okay, and then I'll use the if condition. What is it? This is a $3 means, right? This is a third column, right? $3 is a third column. If it is greater than 40,000, then print everything from the file. See, it will print only those two columns or those two rows which is greater than 40,000. Like this, you can use the if condition. Okay, what else we can do? You will say that, sir, I want to replace the Ravi's salary. Whatever 20,000 is there, right? I want to replace the Ravi's salaries to 0 means all, right? Yes, 0 means all, correct, everything. Now, I want to replace this Ravi salary from 25,000 to 80,000. I want to replace this string, this whole salary. I want to replace. How to do that actually? So what I will do that, I will use the awk command. Open the bracket, open the single quote. If $2, right? Second column, right? Okay. Open the bracket. I will use the $2 is equal to Ravi. Yes, it's equal to Ravi. And then what I need to do that the third column $3, the third column I need to replace to what? 80,000. right? And then print everything, $0. Specify the file name. See, I mean, you have to just do some change, but you have replaced here, right? You have replaced the Ravi salary from 25,000 to 80,000. Correct? This is how you can replace it. So what are things we learned, guys? And the arc. So I think I have copied this. Yeah. Come here. Copy it. Okay. What else you need? Yeah. Like one more example. Like you have that country.txt, right? Where is it, guys? Country.txt. You see that there is the last column you are having something like India, right? So I want to display wherever the word India is coming, only those columns only I have to display it. How you do that actually? How to do that? So I'll use awk command. It is something like the search only, searching this India. Okay, and then print $0 and specify the file name. See, you're only displaying those two lines where you are seeing the string India. Like this way also you can do it. Right. Now you will say that, sir, well, when you are displaying the country.txt, here it is saying ID fine, but while displaying it, I want to get some serial numbers like this. Yeah, you can do that also. Awk. How to do it, guys? Open. I'll use print nr line numbers, right? And then like if you want, you can even give something like a hyphen. You can give then $0, close the bracket, and specify the file name country.txt. So can you see here you are given some serial numbers like this. Correct, guys? Okay. Then what else? I'm just recalling some other things. Enough is okay. Even same thing like you have seen in the etc possibility file. In the possibility file also you could see that there are so many columns are there, but columns are meeting by the colons actually. So you want to display the first column and the third column, right? Like same thing, etc possibility file. Pipe it to awk. You have to say hyphen capital F. The colon is interface separate to that actually. Then you have to use here like this. Sorry. Print $1, $3. Like this. First column, third column, first column and the third column is printed like this. Whenever you want to display the line numbers, so you want to display the line number. Suppose you want to display the line numbers of your country.txt file. There are 9 lines are there, right? You use a WC command. But yeah, that's one. But is there any option with the awk command? Yes, so there's an option awk command also. You have to use awk. I will use open the bracket. I will use print nr to display a total line number like this. But here what happened, right? I have to even use this end like this. and then specify the file name. See, it will show the line number. Okay, so you can do many other things also. Like for example, you can introduce even the for loop within your awk command. How to do it? Like for example, I use awk command. I'll always say begin, and then say open the bracket, for bracket. I'll use a for loop for I is equal to 0. Okay, I is less than or equal to 10. Then I will use I plus plus and close with the floor bracket. Then do a print of I. Print of I. Open, close with the curly bracket, and then do. See, you can even print like this. So you are using a for loop. So for initialization value is 0, right? Here you are having a condition where I should be less than or equal to 10. Yes. And I plus plus. And print the same value I. So in this way, I can use the if conditions actually. Not sorry, if for condition actually. Similarly, even you can use a while condition also. While talk of what is it? Begin PGN. Open the curly bracket. I'll use a while loop. Okay, while I is less than 10. Okay, open the bracket. That's the next statement. I plus plus semicolon. Semicolon means you are putting in the next line actually. Then you're using a print of something. Number is something I. Then close this floor bracket with this. Close the floor bracket with outside. Okay, and then like close with the quote. See, like this also you can print it. Clear, guys? So I think this is sufficient for us to understand about the awk, but I will be explaining about more in detail about the scripting part when it comes to the next week, right? Next week in the weekdays, I will cover the sed and awk programming also. In the script, I'll be showing where you will learn many things, how I can implement the script using the sed and awk command. Okay, so now if you see the my file, you have some names actually. Okay, you'll say that, sir, I want to first cut the first, cut the first character of the file. What you'll use a cut command actually. So cut. I think, guys, I have to copy this out. I have to copy this. Let me copy this output. I think I have to copy from here. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'll paste it. Yeah. Now we have something, a cut command. Very useful. We'll be using in a day-to-day activity. Cut command is something like you want to cut a particular word or a character within a file, within a line, right? You can use a cut command actually. So for example, here in this case, I'm having a file with the name my file, which I have is this. I want to just cut the first character. So what you can do cut -c first character from the file my file. You see that? What is it actually? My file. You could see that the first character is cut actually. So it will display the first character. Now you'll say, sir, I want to cut the first one and I want to cut the fourth or fifth one, whatever. C1, 5. So it will cut both first and the second and the fifth one. Right? Since because Ravi is not having 5 characters, only 4 characters. So that's what you could see that here only R is displayed. Otherwise, for other things, you will even find even the cut first, fifth character also. Right. You will say, sir, I want to cut from first to 5, sir. You are giving a range actually, right? Then you can use the 1 to 5, right? 1 to 5 like this. Yes. It will cut all the 5 characters. So now, if you have this country.txt, guys, you know very well that this has a lot of columns, but columns are maintained by the comma actually. Now you will say that, sir, I want to cut the second field or the second field. First field is ID. Second field is not but the first name, right? First name. This I want to cut it. So what you'll do? You'll do a cut -d. Because here it is a comma is a different better. You have to do the -F2 and specify the country.txt file. So you could see that the second column is but it is cut. We can able to cut and we can display the output of the second column. Correct. So now you will say that, sir, you are having in the country.txt file, sir, you are having so many columns are there, right? But columns are maintained by the comma. I want to replace this comma with the colon or with the pipe symbol or with some other thing. How I can do that actually? So you can use a cut command with the -d delimiter. Here it is comma -f actually field from first to end actually, from first to end from the file that is country.txt file. Okay. From the country.txt file, what I have to do is I have to give a output. What is it? Output. What is it? I've forgotten, guys. Output delimiter. Yeah, delimiter. Delimiter is equal to something like I will mention as a colon. Can you see here? All commas has been replaced with the colon. Or else you will say, sir, I want the pipe symbol. No problem. You can please replace with this pipe symbol. See? Now this looks good actually, right? Compared to the previous comma, right? So you're replacing the comma, everything, the delimiter to the pipe symbol actually. Correct, guys? Okay, guys. Chalo, I think this is sufficient. So let us move ahead. So let me copy this whole thing. I think I have already copied it. Yeah, I have not yet copied anything. So cut. Okay, it starts from here. Cut. Yeah. So any doubts you have, guys? Anything? Any questions?
No, sir.
So are you finding useful these 3 commands, sed and awk? And
Sir, it's very helpful.
very, very helpful. Yes. But there are hundreds of options are there. I remember one guy had written a very good book actually. Rajesh-Devops. Yeah. Suppose I remember like Sed and Awk by Rajesh-Devops. I had referred this book actually. This is a paid one. It is not free. You have to pay the. Yeah. This is his site, the Geeks book site, the Geek stuff, right? This is his website actually. So he's a guy actually. This fellow has written a PDF. You need to download that PDF. It's a paid one, but it's really good actually. He has explained everything, the sed and awk, everything very well. So these are guy, Rajesh-Devops. So somebody had downloaded this book actually. Somebody has given. I don't remember either. I have PDF. In that I have seen all these options actually. Hundreds of options he has enabled it actually. He has explained it very well. Now, one more important things, what you have to say that always, if you go for sed and awk, right? Sed one-liner. You have to always search for sed one-liner like this. See, handy one-liner for the sed. You have to go to this, through this sites actually. See here, you will get all, see, sed one-liner. You have to go through all these options. See, G is there. G is for spacing actually. I have not explained, but I will be. Q means quietly print. See, Can you see it? These are all very helpful actually. So this is, I have not explained the G, but you will see this is what you have to go to this one-liner. Same thing like a awk one-liner. One-liner. See, awk one-liner. This is what you have to go through this. Awk one-liner. Like this, you have to go through it and understand and read all these articles. You have to read it to understand in a better way. Everything, how it works, everything you have to understand. Clear? This one, this. Same thing like that, Python one-liner, Perl one-liner. Means in a single line, you can achieve the output. Whatever you need output, right? You can achieve through single one line. Like this is for the Perl, I'm just saying. Similarly for the Python one-liner. So now you understand that Python one-liner means in a single line, a specific output you can achieve through the one-liner program. Correct? So like this, you have to learn. So please go through these articles. I will not give it because anyhow you search it like said one-liner, you will get this. First read the first 2 articles or 3, that is sufficient. Okay. Fine, guys. Now, what else? So now, what is the time we started? 9?
9:40.
10:40, 11:40, almost we are across 2 hours, right? So we will stop it here. What we are going to do now, guys, we will come back. What time we are going to again come back? We will, can we resume at 4 o'clock?
Yes, no problem, sir.
4 to 6, sir?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Everyone agrees with that time?
Yes, sir.
We are giving a gap of 4 hours actually. Okay. So what I have to cover next actually? So I need to cover few more commands, like for example, find command, grep command, then xargs command. These are very simple actually. Xargs command and test command, p command. Like that, few commands are there. Plus, somebody had asked me about the VA editor shortcuts. Actually, I will discuss. No, I will not take more time. I will discuss for a few minutes. I will discuss for this on this. Once this is completed, then we'll start with the scripting. Actually, now we are ready with understanding the scripts. So in the scripter today, what we are going to do that we are going to cover the if condition, if, else condition, and then we will be covering about the case statement. Then we'll be covering about the positional parameters, and we will cover the looping. I don't know whether we will cover or not. But we'll see it actually. So positional parameters, and then we will be covering the loops. If time permits, we will cover the loop actually. But I don't think so because I'll be writing so many scripts that it will cover everything. The time will consume writing script here only. So so this should be the agenda for the next session actually, which will be starting at 4 o'clock today. Clear? So this will hardly take me around half an hour to 45 minutes. The remaining 1.5 hour, whatever we have read, we will concentrate on this one. So once this is complete, the next week, right? Like next weekend, next session, either on the Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, I'm planning to take it so that we'll again not be burdened in the weekend actually. So please attend 2 sessions more on the weekdays. In that, I will continue from here onwards. Like for example, we'll try to understand after the loop state. We'll try to understand about the functions, right? About the continuous statement, break, what the break does. Okay, what is the select statement? What is GetOps? Like that, we will continue our discussion in the next class. Plus, we will be learning about we will be understanding some few advanced scripts actually related to these topics. Right? This is how we will continue. After that, like on the Thursday session, we'll understand about the traps and signals. We will see some examples with that actually. And then we will be learning about the sed and awk programming or awk scripting. This itself will take around 2 hours or 1.5 to 2 hours it will take. So that by next, if not probably the Thursday, next Saturday, we will be having this sed and awk programming. After this complete, guys, then we will be going to little bit more, some more examples on advanced scripts for 1 or 2 hours, and then like we will wind up our session on the advanced scripting. Then we will have an interview question answer discussion. On answers discussion, and some other miscellaneous we can discuss actually. Miscellaneous topic we can discuss. Some other like for example, miscellaneous means I'm talking about the troubleshooting. So hopefully next Saturday will be our last day. I mean, next Saturday we will be concluding this session. Next Saturday, that is on 23rd, we will be concluding the session. Clear? So once we complete the next Saturday, then you have to go through it, all the PDFs and all the scripts you have to again revisit, try to work on it, pick up some problem statement. So here in between, what I will do, once I start today, what I will do, guys, I will start this, and after that I will give some assignments to you. I will tell you to write a script. So the assignments I'm going to send through WhatsApp. What you have to do that you have to write the program, write the script, and send it to me. Send it to me. You can send it to me separately. Don't send in the group. Send the script to me separately. So after that, after you all send it, or whoever is writing a script, after that what happened, right? I will give the solution for all those assignments. Whatever the assignment is, I'll send the solutions, or I'll send a script only for you to analyze what you did wrong, whether it's different or whether it's the same. You can go through the solution also, and you can try to rectify if you have did any mistakes in the scripts. Clear? So this is what we will be planning, guys. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Chalo then. So that's all for the day today. I mean, for today's, and we'll meet up again at 4 o'clock. Let me stop the recording.
Hello, sir.